This video will detail how to assemble your Shor-Line Dryer Cage. First, identify the lower cage bank, distinguished by the black metal frame affixed to the bottom and the metal support fastened to the upper lip of the bank. With the lower bank identified, turn the lower bank back onto its side, exposing the metal frame underneath. Insert the 4 caster wheels into the open tubes at each of the 4 corners of the frame. With each of the casters in place, turn the lower cage back right side up. Make sure all the wheels are locked. Carefully align the rear support with the 2 central C-shaped braces. Once aligned, remove the cover from the double-sided tape on the bottom of the rear support and press the rear support into place. And, with the help of a partner, place the upper cage bank atop of the lower cage bank, leaving about an inch between the lower lip of the upper cage bank and the upper lip of the lower cage bank. To connect the top and bottom banks, the bolts in the metal strip must be removed from the upper lip of the bottom bank and replaced in a particular order. With an inch gap between the top bank's lower lip and the bottom bank's upper lip, loosen and remove the center bolt on the left. Slide it through the matching hole of the top bank's lower lip and return it to the threaded rivet it was taken from, being sure to leave it loose. Next, do the same with the right center bolt. Moving out from the center, start on the left side of the cage, with the bolt 1 in from the left. This bolt removed and replaced, do the same with the bolt on the far left side of the cage. Remember to keep the bolt loose. Repeat this process on the right side of the cage, working from the center out. Tighten down the 4 outer bolts. But leave the center bolts loose. With the cage secure in the front, lift up the back of the cage with the help of a partner and remove the cover from the tape on the upper side of the rear support. Place the grated floors inside the cage. With your 11mm combination wrench and number 2 Phillips head screwdriver, loosen the 2 center bolts securing the bottom bank to the frame. Then remove the 2 center bolts connecting the top and bottom bank. Slide the lower central latch onto the lower bolts. Replace the center bolts connecting the banks, again leaving the bolts loose. Finally, repeat this process with the upper latch. Note the proper orientation of the latch. Note the proper orientation of the latch. Next, slide the 4 fans onto the fan brackets on each side of the cage. On the right side of the cage, slide the wire of the lower fan between the 2 banks and plug it into the power strip on the left side of the cage. Do the same thing with the upper fan, but over the top of the cage bank. Once the wires are drawn across, secure them in place via zip ties to the fasteners on either side. The Shor-Line Dryer Cage comes with an optional divider. To put the divider in place, slide the cage dividers through the open slots in the upper and lower central latch until the divider reaches the open port along the back wall of the bank. Lastly, slide the doors into place. Properly orient the doors up and down by the ridge at the top of the black plastic hinge bushings. Thank you for purchasing your Shor-Line Dryer Cage. Since 1927, Shor-Line has taken pride in its quality and customer service. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 1-800-444-1579.